She's loaded. Hey garden maters, welcome to Corner Homestead. So I'm back again for another pressure canning video. Today I'm going to do potatoes. Gotta love my potatoes. Now these are not from my garden. I was able to find a somewhat decent sale on potatoes, so I went ahead and I bought 20 pounds of potatoes. So today I'm going to work on the first batch of potatoes. Couldn't be easier. Absolutely the easiest thing you could ever can. So we're going to get started and get these potatoes peeled. Okay, so while I'm setting all of this up, I just want to let you know I didn't bother about filming me peeling the potatoes. Everybody knows how to peel potatoes, I'm sure. So I didn't film any of that. But I will show you the aftermath of my potatoes. So this is what we have out of the 10 pounds that I was able to save. It's still quite a bit. Got them in here. It is getting hot now. Put them in chunks. I just cut them in chunks. Have them in here. As soon as this boils, I'm going to let it go for 2 minutes, and that's it. And then I'm going to turn off the fire, and we're going to jar up the potatoes. I also have a pot of water here, also for the jars to fill. I'm going to get the pressure canner started. I already have the 3 quarts of water in there and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Just got to set up your little station. All of my jars have been washed, sterilized. So we're going to get the rest of everything together. And as soon as these are done, 2 minutes, and we'll take them off and get them jarred. So it's been a little while. They're not quite to a boil yet, but you can see all the starch starting to come out of the potatoes. And that is what we want. We want to get out a lot of the starch right there. But now they're starting to give it a little boil. I'm going to time it for 2 minutes. I'm going to turn it off. They've already boiled for the 2 minutes. Got my little canning funnel. Going to put it on my jar. We're just going to take these out of this water. So you put them into the jars. So now, I'll show you with this jar. I am not going to add any salt. If you wanted to add salt, this is where you would do it. You would put the salt in now. Usually it's a teaspoon into the quarts, half a teaspoon in pints. I am not going to add any salt whatsoever, but you want to fill the jars with hot water. I've got hot water here on the stove just for this purpose. You fill it within the 1 inch of headspace, just under to your rim here. So of course, once you get your water in, I've got my little spurtle again, perfect for this job. Run it down, debubble. Very important step. You want to make sure you debubble that. Wipe it very well with the vinegar rag or paper towel. Lid. It's hot, so I need a little help holding it. Finger tight. Ready for the canner. Now I'm going to do the rest of the jars, the other 6, and then we'll get them all into the canner. Okay, so now it's time to put them into the canner. I do have this already on. I got it kind of like on a warm, so it's not too hot. Because the jars are hot this time, I am going to have to pick them up with, yeah. And I did get 7 quarts out of it, so that's perfect. Definitely going to have a full canner full of potatoes. I almost said tomatoes. What can I say, garden maters? I'm always thinking of my maters. Whew. She's loaded. Okay. Get our lid on. Turn it up. Wait for it to start to vent. 10 minutes. Let it vent for 10 minutes. Then we'll put our weight on. So it's been venting for 10 minutes. For my area, 10 pounds of pressure. Gonna put the weight on. And we wait. Okay, so for some reason this took a little long time this time to come up to pressure, rocking and rolling and doing all its thing. So now that it is, we put 40 minutes on the clock. There you go. Know what time it is. Turn off the pot. Walk away. Wait for the airlock to go back down. Okay, time is completely up. I took off the weight, waited 10 minutes, and now I'm gonna get him out of there and reveal. The water is clean. Even if there was some leakage, you probably wouldn't see it since there was only water in the jars to begin with. Now, I do have 2 concerns about these potatoes. First of all, we gotta wait to see if they all seal. Number 1 concern, this jar right here, I think I tightened it a little too much before I put it into the canner because I see a little bit of a buckle right there. I've had this happen in the past when I water bath canned, and luckily they sealed anyway. So I'm going to have my eye especially on this one. If it doesn't seal properly, I'll just put it in the refrigerator tomorrow, and this will be the first one I use. Second concern, some of the potatoes on the very bottom look like they're going to be mushy. Look like they processed too long. But like I said, when I did these, they were kind of soft to begin with because I'm guessing that's why there was a sale on them, because they were getting old potatoes. They wanted to get them out of there, I guess. But all in all, they look very good. But that's my 2 main concerns. I got to watch this one because it is buckled. I'm not sure if it's going to seal proper. And the bottoms on a lot of the jars, they just look like they've turned to mush. So even though my potatoes were far from being perfect, I did not want to risk wasting them, throwing them away. It was a very good sale. But like I said, now I know why. Because they were less than perfect. Still, quite a bit of potatoes out of it. I know the USDA says 40 minutes to process the potatoes. To me, it just seemed like it's a little long this time because of the potatoes being kind of soft when they went in. So I'm sure If they're too mushy when I go to use them, I can always use them for mashed potatoes. Can always use them in a casserole type. So they're not going to go to waste, that's for sure. But all in all, I'm glad that I processed them just so that I didn't have to see them go into the trash. That's a no-no for me. I do not like to throw any food away if I can help it. So yeah, now I've got 7 quarts of potatoes that I can put onto my pantry shelf and use through the winter. It's over 100-degree index outside, so I really didn't want to heat everything up that much in here today, but it was worth it. And it didn't take that long. It was only a couple minutes. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I always encourage you to grow with me. Hit the notification bell as well so you never miss out when I upload a new video. Thanks for canning with me today. Always a pleasure to have you here. And until next time, love you all. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video. So it's the next day. They're all cool. And every single one of them sealed, including this one that I was concerned about. So that did straighten itself out. Apparently I had a little bit of a leakage in this jar. This is the one that kind of looks mushy on the bottom the most. And you can see the water line is down quite a bit. But this will definitely be a good jar of mashed potatoes one day. All in all, they look pretty darn good.